Beyond oil, how Nigeria's lithium and bitumen could make it Africa's next energy superpower. Created by the Africa Global Opportunity TV. For over 60 years, one resource defined Africa's largest economy: oil. From the swamps of the Niger Delta to the global markets of New York and London, crude oil powered Nigeria's rise. But today, the world is changing. Fossil fuels are fading, electric vehicles are rising, green energy is accelerating, and beneath Nigeria's soil lies a new opportunity, one that could reshape its economic destiny. Lithium, bitumen. Could these two resources outperform oil in the coming decades? Could Nigeria become a global battery powerhouse? Could it dominate Africa's construction industry? This is the untold story of Nigeria's next trillion-dollar opportunity. Welcome to Africa Global Opportunity TV, Nigeria's oil era, a blessing and a burden. Nigeria discovered oil in 1956 in Oloibiri. Since then, oil has generated over $1 trillion in revenue. Today, Nigeria produces roughly 1.3 to 1.8 million barrels per day, depending on market conditions. Oil accounts for over 70% of export earnings. Around 50% of government revenue varies yearly. Nigeria is a key member of Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. But there's a problem. Global energy is shifting. Countries like China, United States, and Germany are investing trillions into renewable energy and electric vehicles. Oil demand growth is slowing long-term, and volatility is constant. Nigeria's economy suffers every time oil prices crash. So what comes next? The global lithium revolution. Lithium is often called white gold. It powers electric vehicles, smartphones, solar battery storage, grid-scale renewable systems. The world's largest EV company, Tesla, depends heavily on lithium-ion batteries. The International Energy Agency projects that lithium demand could increase more than 40 times by 2040. Major lithium producers today include Australia, Chile, China, Argentina. But Africa is emerging as the next frontier, and Nigeria is stepping into the race. Nigeria's lithium discovery. Lithium deposits have been identified in several Nigerian states: Nasarawa, Kogi, Ekiti, Kwara, Kaduna. Preliminary estimates suggest Nigeria holds significant untapped lithium reserves, potentially worth tens of billions of dollars. In recent years, Chinese and local firms have begun lithium exploration projects. Lithium processing plants are being proposed. The goal? Move from raw mineral export to battery production. If Nigeria builds refining capacity locally, it could multiply revenue by 4 to 6 times compared to exporting raw ore. That means jobs, technology transfer, industrial growth. Bitumen, Nigeria's sleeping giant. While lithium powers the future, bitumen builds it. Bitumen is essential for road construction, roofing, waterproofing, infrastructure projects. Nigeria's bitumen reserves are estimated at over 42 billion barrels. That is larger than the country's crude oil reserves. Most of these deposits are located in Ondo State, Ogun State, Edo State, Lagos State. Yet Nigeria imports billions of dollars worth of bitumen annually. Why? Underinvestment. But if fully developed, Nigeria could become West Africa's largest asphalt exporter, reduce road construction costs, save billions in imports. Infrastructure development across Africa is accelerating. From Lagos to Nairobi, highways are expanding. Bitumen demand is rising, and Nigeria is sitting on massive reserves. Why lithium may outperform oil? Let's compare long-term potential. Oil, subject to price shocks, carbon transition risk, declining global political favor. Lithium, driven by EV growth. backed by climate policy, central to green transition. Countries are banning petrol cars over the next 10 to 20 years. The European Union plans to phase out new combustion engines by 2035. That means more EVs, more batteries, more lithium. If Nigeria captures even 2 to 3% of global lithium supply, it could generate billions annually. And unlike oil, lithium demand is just beginning. Challenges Nigeria must overcome. But this transformation won't be automatic. Nigeria must solve 1. Infrastructure gaps. 2. Power supply issues. 3. Illegal mining. 4. Environmental concerns. 5. Policy consistency. Without regulation, lithium could repeat the mistakes of oil. Environmental degradation must be avoided. Community engagement is essential. The difference between resource curse and resource blessing lies in governance. Industrialization opportunity. Imagine this: a lithium battery gigafactory in Nasarawa, asphalt megaplants in Ondo, export terminals shipping refined lithium to Europe and Asia. Nigeria could become Africa's battery manufacturing hub, West Africa's infrastructure material leader, a green energy exporter. With smart policy, Nigeria could attract EV assembly plants, renewable energy storage companies, international green investors.
This is not theory. Countries like Indonesia banned raw nickel exports and built processing plants. Today, they are EV battery leaders. Nigeria could replicate this model with lithium. Economic impact projections. If properly developed, lithium sector could create tens of thousands of direct jobs, hundreds of thousands of indirect jobs. Bitumen development could reduce infrastructure costs by 30%, save billions in imports annually. Combined impact? A diversified economy less dependent on oil. Powerful conclusion. For decades, Nigeria was known for oil, but the future belongs to innovation, to green energy, to strategic resources. Lithium powers tomorrow's cars. Bitumen builds tomorrow's roads. Beyond oil lies opportunity. Beyond oil lies resilience. Beyond oil lies Nigeria's next economic revolution. The question is not whether Nigeria has the resources. The question is whether Nigeria will seize the moment. This has been Africa Global Opportunity TV. If you believe Nigeria's future goes beyond oil, like this video. Subscribe to Africa Global Opportunity TV for powerful African economic insights. Comment below. Should Nigeria ban raw lithium exports and build local battery factories? Share this video with someone who believes in Africa's future. Africa is rising, and the next chapter has just begun.